Well, good morning. We're down at the shop today, out in front of it, working on the wife's 2012 Land Rover LR4 with the 5-liter V8. We've been getting a map sensor. I put the code up on the screen. Error, so it's calling a map circuit out of range performance. So it's located underneath the intake. I'll show it to you once I pull the intake off. We've already swapped out the pressure sensor because it was an easy one screw thing, but the code returns. It's not right away. After a week or two of driving, it pops back up as an intermittent failure. So we're not sure. This morning, what I'm going to do is actually swap the throttle body. I took one off one of our parts vehicles that we know was good, and I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. And then I got new gaskets and a new gasket and a new O-ring. So we're going to swap that out today, and we'll see if that does the trick. Between that and the new sensor, hopefully that does it. If not, then we'll move on to something else. Could be a vacuum line, or it could be the wiring. I inspected the wiring basically from the sensor back along the valve cover as far as I could see on the back. I didn't see any damage, so I'll do another visual while I got everything tore apart here, see if we see anything. Every time we take a test drive, I can never have it fail when I'm in it, of course, so that makes it tough. I've been watching the inputs, the signals, the voltages. Everything's nice and steady, right in range with all our other 5-liter V8s. So it's kind of a tricky one, but we're going to figure it out. All right, let me get started on here and I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, so we got the air intake off. I just want to explain a few things. So this is your throttle body. This is your map sensor, manifold absolute pressure sensor. So it's got one connector, goes into the same harness that your throttle body does, and it follows back along the valve cover on the driver's side here in North America. This one, I haven't replaced this. I know it probably needs to be cleaned, so what I did is I have this one that I actually pulled off my daughter's 2011, and I went through and cleaned it up real good. We know this, if we replaced this one, or swapped it out, I should say, when she was having the engine shutdown issues, and it was still in the codes for the throttle body. Thinking it might be that, it wasn't. Stay tuned for that video, as we explained. So we know this one was working, so we're gonna swap it out. Again, we already swapped out the sensor real quick once, just to see if that was the issue. Didn't change anything, still getting the code. So it's only one screw that holds that on if you do need to replace it. Forgot to mention, when we did replace that sensor, we did a powertrain adaptation reset, which you want to do anytime you do any kind of sensor replacement. Mass airflow, manifold absolute pressure sensor, just because it has to relearn that it's used to a specific value, and then your new sensor is out of value, so you may get a code. Another thing I wanted to let you know of that could cause intake manifold absolute pressure sensor error codes or mass airflow sensor codes is damage to your actual intake. So everything between the filter and the intake. So when you take this off, you want to check. These can be cracked. Check for cracks in anywhere along here that'll allow air to come in. Check your air boxes. Here's an example. This one is after the sensor, so it would definitely cause issues. You can see the crack in it. These are pretty common to crack here. They put this steel sleeve in there, but I think just the heat and everything degrades the plastic over time, and next thing you know, you got a crack. So pay attention to that on both of them, and then also your intake. So we're good there. So now we're going to take this off. This does have coolant flowing through the throttle body, so we'll have two coolant connections. I'll show it to you on this one. So right there. So I have that ready to go, and then so we'll disconnect that. You'll lose a little bit of coolant. We'll disconnect this electrical connector, which is your throttle body, and then we'll be able to pull it off by 4 number 10 bolts. They're pretty long, but we'll get it pulled off and take a look at it. So for this coolant line here, just pull this plastic clip off. It's just a keeper, and then you'll be able to pull that up. You won't get any coolant out of there really, it's just a few drops. So that's what's attached to one side of the throttle body, and the other one's going to be a hose clamp. You can kind of see it right there. I don't take that one off until I disconnect the throttle body, and then it just gives me a little bit extra room to get my pliers down in there. I disconnected this. I went ahead and disconnected this one just because it is part of the same harness and it gets it out of the way. So we'll get number 10 and pull those out. So yours may have this crimp-on clamp. You just clip up get a screwdriver or something to fit underneath that one end, pop it up, and it'll unclip itself, and then you can pull the hose off. I just recommend replacing those with a good quality spring clamp. Okay, so I got the old throttle body off. I'll just show you how gummed up it is. So it definitely needs to be cleaned at least. We're not going to throw it away because we don't know if that's going to fix it. But here's your two connections. I went ahead and disconnected it and then put it back on there with a new spring clamp on both sides. That way I don't have to deal with the coolant leaking out. You see the clean throttle body's in there. We're gonna replace this O-ring, and then we'll pull this out, get a little pick, pull this O-ring out, and clean up the surface, put a new O-ring on, and then we'll put it back together, and that's pretty much it. Just one O-ring. All right, guys. We've had several successful test drives, so we don't get the map air sensor error code anymore. So it looks like we just need to clean the throttle body and that intake area and put a new seal on there. And that fixed our issue. So that is finished. Now on our last test drive, we did have an issue where the engine felt like the vehicle just shut off, but it didn't. The engine kept running and driving, but we lost everything on the dashes. Everything reset itself on the dash. It came up as system reset. So we're going to do some troubleshooting on that. That'll be a different video, but we did fix our map sensor error code issue on this video. So that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. May God bless you.